mental. It's Nerdcore Central.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode number 9 of your favorite podcast, the Nerdcore Central Podcast. It is your host, Is That Frost, joined by my co-host.
What's poppin', y'all? Professor Kuro here, back with another episode of the Nerdcore Central Podcast with my guy Frost. And today we have the honor of the yandere queen herself, the one, the only, bitch, you guessed it, Twisted Savvy. How you doing, sis?
I'm good. Hello.
Good, feeling good.
I'll get into this. Just give me a minute.
She said, look, Kuro came in hot. All right, he came in like a missile. I need you to
can't
come in
do
like a
that
cool
type of
summer breeze.
energy. Yeah, I can't match that energy. Not right now.
All right, now. Okay, you know what always helps get the energy up?
Soundboard.
We gotta flex the soundboard. See, feel better
Don
already.
DeMarco.
All right, let's get into these questions. Okay, so
Let's get on.
I think right away, once this was announced, I feel like this question, people came to me with this question. I was like, I don't know. We'll find out on the podcast. So you've mentioned that you're kind of potentially stepping away from nerdcore, maybe into your own lewdcore thing or whatever kind of next steps you see for yourself in your career. And so I think people just want you to kind of expound on what that means. Like, do you mean you're just moving away musically? Are you moving away from the community? Or what can we expect?
A little bit of both. I definitely want a smaller circle, but lewdcore I'm going to be doing a lot of, and I'm going to be doing original music on my Spotify. So it's more of my own thing. I can have a break from the constant cipher requests, and I mean, it's really not easy being a mom, a wife, and having like 12 ciphers every month that need to be done.
Yeah, makes sense.
So it's kind of you stepping away in the sense of you kind of making sure that you're better balanced so that you have space for your original music, your lewdcore. Would you still do any ciphers, or is it just kind of now reducing the number to ones that you're truly interested in, characters that you really feel that you should bring to light? Or is it kind of just you really just kind of letting that ocean and that wave kind of wash out?
More of washing out. I might hop on some ciphers. Like, me and Josh have always been super close, so I told him, he told me whatever I do musically, he always has my back, and I told him, you can still count on me. I know it's kind of slim pickings for female rappers, so
That is fair.
I still have his back.
Shouts out to Josh. That's the homie right there.
Shout out.
Mm-hmm.
My man just got engaged too. Hey, yo, congrats to my
I
man
know.
NLJ.
Congratulations. He's getting
That's
married.
awesome.
Game Boy Jones getting married. Going around.
That shit came out of nowhere. I'm like, Game Boy Jones.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know you had options. I'm like, what? This man just came out of nowhere. He's like, yeah. So I've like had like a
You didn't
just
know
a troll
about
in my basement.
Game Girl
Brought him
Jones?
up. Game Girl Jones. Like,
You weren't aware.
Like-
It's okay.
I was like, wow, my man, bless. I'm happy. I'm happy. So, lewdcore, low key, one of my new favorite subgenres. I kind of vibe with the higher tier commentary of the social legitimate. I'm just being.
What he's
fucking
trying to
stupid. I
say is
love
he's
it.
a freak. He's a freak. That's
I'm
what he
a
wants to say. Just say
Freak?
it.
That's
Just
what
say
I'm
it. That's
freak?
fine. That's all you have to
I'm a
say.
freak.
We get it.
I'm a degenerate. I am who I am, and I do not like green eggs and ham. All right, Sam. But you have brought up in your Q&A and in conversations that your fangirl waifu and husbando raps are going to evolve and get varied, and you'll do husbando and waifu, and you brought up potentially collabing with others on those. So what's that looking like? Are there features in the future? Are there certain characters that you kind of know, like, oh, I like, for example, I want to do a Kakashi song with Zach Boucher. Like, that's just an idea that's in my head already. Are there any characters and pairings that you kind of already had And just how do you go about picking your subjects? Because your Vegeta track, Vegeta was really a subject of that one. My man was kidnapped. So how do you pick your subjects for your next next lewdcore song?
Right.
Well, I asked people to drop their top who's been on waifus, and but not a lot of people do that. There's very few that are like, "Hey, I actually da 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 da." So I did make out a tweet when I first started doing. I fidget a lot, so I'm going to be spinning.
Yeah, go ahead. Hit a 360 real quick. I got you.
No, this is no. I'm gonna.
I'd hit the 180, but it's all good.
Look, 360, 180, 180. That balances out to 2 full circles. We keep it moving. That's a car. That's a motorcycle.
If I want to work with someone, I ask them, what's their top waifu, or, the anime dude they, is on their pillow at night type shit. And so
I need to step my pillow game up. Shit, that's
Right?
disrespectful.
Where my Yoruichi body pillow at, man?
Yo, Pat, I need Yoruichi, I need Albedo, and I need Rias, and then I need my man Speed Wagon.
Y'all donate to us so we can get Kuro a body pillow, man.
Yo,
that's where your money will go to. We're gonna make a donation goal. Any character? Okay. We'll see.
I don't give a shit.
Speedwagon? Let's go.
Oh, Speedwagon? Let's go. Sorry for the D track. Yeah. So you asked people about their bandos and waifus. Clearly we get excited about those.
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
I ask them basically because not very many can go as lewd as my tracks have been. So I want to make sure that they have at least thought about what they would do to these characters so they can rap it.
Okay.
So I try to pick people that they have had a thing for. There are a little bit of features that I have secured. Little lot of bit. Yeah.
Little lot of a lottle. It's a lottle. A lottle.
So yeah.
I'm curious about the format of like of a feature on these type of songs. Cause it's like, do y'all lewd the character together, or does one of you the character and y'all lewd each other? Like there's multiple ways to go about it, right?
Yeah,
there's a lot of lewd that can happen.
Basically, well, with one of them, it's kind of, how do I word this?
Yes, English. Must think.
I'm not good with words.
This is an explicit podcast, so feel free to speak in however you want to say it. It's fine.
Be free.
Okay. Basically, like, I'm talking about how I'm gonna smash or how I want him to, and the other dude's like, "Hey, yeah, hit it right," and the other dude's like, "You got this, bro. Here, pat on the back. Like, let me pour you a drink," type of thing. Like, it ended up being, that's how that feature ended up.
So kind of like a Disney Gaston, kind of like, I'm gonna hype up my man.
I can't with you.
You know what I'm saying? Like a homegirl out here throwing the whole kitty. She said, "Come get it," and I'm like, "Bro, I brought the kitty to you. Like, I got the water, I got the towel. You good? You good?
You gotta hype up your man sometimes. You know, you gotta be like, "Hey, if she throwing it, go get it." Like.
What you waiting on?
Exactly.
So what you want? Like, it's right here.
It's right there. Just catch it.
That's it. Randy Moss it.
The waifu tracks will be like jointly, yo, if I had this chick, that's what I'd be doing. What would you do?
I'm just gonna put this out there right now. I'm not gonna try to fight nobody for the Yoruichi feature. I understand that she is the OTP for a lot of people, so I'm okay with that. But I swear, 5 Lord, you do an Albedo track from Overlord, and I don't get the feature. I'm pulling up a la smoke at your door.
We'll see.
Okay. Nah. So
I have like 10 beats and I'm uploading bi-weekly, I'm like, that's half of my catalog.
Yeah. That's roughly 2 songs away from half the year.
Yeah. I'm like, what am I doing with my life? I just keep commissioning stuff.
I mean, hey, you're now in a surplus, so that means whenever you decide to assign a beat to a character, you can just get to work.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I think that's a great little setup. I need to do that. I need to get ahead on
Gotta catch up. Get ahead.
The problem is I got ahead by like 8 songs when I took like January off, and then the minute I dropped Big Sippin' and Jiraiya, I'm like, yeah, all those songs I made, I got better. So I fucking had to just start throwing in like I had a whole Asta track done, kicked it, threw it out, deleted. I said nope, refresh. So speaking of refreshes, you are now Twisted Savvy,
Yes.
who we love and adore. You insane. But we have to have a moment of remembrance for Savvy Hyuga.
Okay.
So I have a question. What is your favorite verse or moment that you have had as Savvy Hyuga?
I'm still Savvy Hyuga on Hala's Anime Girl Cipher.
I haven't seen it. I'll be honest. I've been wanting to react to it and just I keep slacking because I suck.
We'll talk later about that.
I objectively trash. It's not my fault.
I would have to say that was my best verse
Okay.
and my favorite verse to do, as
Okay.
well as my Kefla from Tournament of Power.
Okay. Well,
The
since Kuro
verse-
didn't see it, the ladies of anime side, that verse was hot. I like that one. That one was good. Solid.
That one's fire. Absolute heat.
I took long enough on that. I'm surprised she didn't kick me from the cipher. I love Hala. Because I was like, yo, next week, I promise. A month later, I'm like, dude, I swear I don't suck this bad at life. I
So what
swear.
you did with the verse, I did with my reaction. I'm like, yo, Savvy Hala, I got out the reaction. 2 months later, hey, yo, look, the way my bank account's set up and my life is, I'm a wreck.
Yeah, that's basically what it was. And then, like,
All
my
right.
interface broke and a bunch of other crap. I was like,
Oh my God.
I'm getting it. I promise. I am.
You're like, I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm just not doing it. I'm sorry. That's fair. That's fair. I was just always curious. Just now we can lay Savvy Hugo to rest with Savvy here to stay. #queen. I feel like by talking to K2 so much, I'm starting to pick up some of his simp tendencies. And I don't know if I'm upset or not. I don't know.
Embrace it. Just embrace
I mean,
it. It's okay.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So,
Let's talk.
simping. I feel like just as a woman on the internet, period, you're just kind of bound to attract simps at some point. But you have a very special one, we'll say, in K2, everyone's favorite video editor, K2 Vid Edits. What is your guys' friendship like? Because I feel like, I guess from the outside looking in, for a lot of people, it's probably odd, but everyone has, different relationships, I'll say, or friendships that, some people may or may not understand.
Well, me and Kevin talk almost every day, and we chit chat. And if I'm going through something, I'll talk to him. If he's going through something, he'll talk to me. If he's just like, "Hey, I made this shit post about you, and I wanted to show it to you, but I'm not posting it on Twitter. It's just between me and you." I mean, that's normal. And like, I know he publicly, and I know he's watching, publicly simps, but it's more of like, I just really support you and like what you do. But he's also a memer, so he's like, yeah, I'm a simp. But yeah, K2's a real one.
Yeah, we love K2.
Love K2. That's my guy. K2's my guy.
He's a funny dude.
Shout out
I love
K2.
him.
We actually master planned K2, myself and Frost master planned that whole segue and question just to get you to say his name in 4K. all.
We did it.
That's all that was for.
Success.
That's high five, guys. We did it. I'm just saying, K2 is losing his mind in chat. By the way,
I know, I
K2
see.
is going.
He's like, oh my god.
He's like, Pog. Oh man.
Okay, so I guess as you said, Kuro, we're kind of laying Savvy Hugo to rest in a way, but
Yes.
and you're, I guess, not necessarily leaving, but taking a step back from larger community into a smaller circle, as you said. But I guess before you go, what are like your last takeaways from the larger community, and what do you think the scene is doing right compared to doing wrong? Deep question.
Oh, we
right?
come at you with Big J journalism. We have a name in these streets.
It's a big J.
For the tough
we need
questions.
Big J journalism on the soundboard because
We really
always
do.
hit
I'll
him with
even
the
get
good
it.
questions.
Look, if you want, you could take like a minute to think through your answer. Me and Frost will just shit and giggle for the next minute straight. I'll even start a timer.
So you're asking what my takeaway is on what they're doing right.
And doing wrong.
I'm gonna punch you later, Kuro.
Dodge the punch. Let's go.
That's because I'm closer to you.
I know.
I don't know Frost like that.
Uh,
What they're doing right, I do see that some smaller people are getting the recognition they deserve, and I love that there's a lot of new styles coming in. Hashtag Vanquish.
Shouts out Vanquish.
Shut up, Vanquish.
Yes. Totally different vibe than we're used to, and it's refreshing to see.
And he also can rap in Spanish, right? Is he?
Yeah,
He's fluent.
He's fluently bilingual.
Okay.
So, just saying, throwing that out there. As for doing wrong, I think the toxicity is starting to crack through from large and small, and that was kind of my cue to bounce. That's not why I got into nerdcore, and I'm not staying for it. And
Fair.
I'll just say that softly.
Okay, fair. Yeah, I think
Speak
in
softly
online
and carry a big stick.
Yeah. In online
say good
communities in general, I feel like toxicity is bound to happen. It's just up to everyone to figure out the proper way to maneuver through it, and reduce it in the future.
I can agree with that. So, VA.
Yes.
How has that been? Getting into the community, actually putting yourself out there as Android 18, working with JB, Slick Goku, Senpai, and all of them. So how is that kind of new world that you've kind of been tapping into been going for you?
I fucking love it. Like those two dudes, JB and Slick, so Prince Vegeta, Slick Goku, are the most toxically wholesome motherfuckers. Like, and I fucking love it. And they're just like, yo, you're going through something. You need to like chit chat. You need to call. Like, we'll all three of us get in a call. They're getting me in touch with other voice actors. They're helping me practice with my acting.
Ooh.
And really pushing me to kind of get out of my comfort zone when we are doing the ad-libbed recordings. So like JB will just say some real fucked up shit to get me to break character and be more
You have to hold
loose
on.
and comfortable.
Right.
They're just extremely supportive. Like JB doing a reaction. I mean, he's a huge channel, and
Yeah.
in no way, shape, or form had to react to my Vegeta one, even though he was on it. He didn't have to. He just took that upon himself and was like, I want to see you succeed. Let's go. And he didn't hear it, so it was also very funny to watch him react to it. He only sent me the lines.
You're just like, I just need you to say this, and
Mhm.
you can enjoy this when everyone else does.
Yep. He did see the Jotaro one early. Me and him watched it together on when K2 sent me the video, so he heard it early.
That's fair. I mean, I don't know. I feel like you've mastered the art of progressively getting worse. And I mean worse as in darker. Like you look at Jotaro, you're like, all right, cool. Like Jotaro, like,
Mhm.
I like him long. Like, I got you. Like, yeah, that's a bop, right? And then you
Mhm.
get to Vegeta, it's like, I want you to beat me. What? Yo!
Uh,
And then you keep bringing up Levi, and I'm fucking scared.
Yeah,
I,
Levi's
I
bad.
I know, and I already promised you I'm reacting to it, so I'm about to get caught. If Frost, you might have to find a new co-host after that reaction.
oh
It's
no,
gonna be a
oh
problem.
no.
I
Yeah,
might get caught in 4K.
it's fucking intense. And I love it. Like, I don't know. In 2020, I was like, you know what? My goal is in 2021, I want to see how long it takes for me to get canceled. And I'm living up to that.
Uh,
So
interesting
you're
goal, but
almost,
I'll
so you're a fourth
appreciate
of
it.
the year through. You
I
got a
know. I
quarter
thought it was
in.
going to be sooner than this. It's fucking, now
I'm
it's
surprised you.
work.
Right, I'll be honest. After Jotaro dropped, I'm like, this might be it for Savvy, and she said, no, 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 no. I'm back with another one.
We can do
And then
more.
she said,
Another one.
and then she said, wait, wait, wait. I can get darker.
Mm,
I'm very excited. Your
the chicks
tracks.
really like it. Like the dudes, if they watch it on reactions, they're like, did she just say that?
She just
And the
say
chicks are like,
vagina.
bitch, talk your shit. I love this. I'm like, okay.
I
That's so
bet
Don't.
money
funny.
though. I bet money. Throw out a waifu track and see how all the other reactors gonna change they too.
Yep.
You gonna have Dread and Yasuke saying yes, bitch.
I felt so
Yo,
bad when he reacted, that poor wholesome man of God.
I loved it. No, it was so
I felt so
beautiful.
bad.
I have never seen more pure support. Even a man of God watched you defile his favorite character, like one of his favorite characters in
Oh
Vegeta,
no.
and still had a smile and said, I had a lot of fun.
Yep.
A great chat. He said, let's get dangerous. And it got dangerous for a minute.
Yeah. It did. A little bit.
You're corrupting people. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. That was my mission.
So, as you mentioned in your Q&A video, outside of voice acting and your music, you're also trying to get into production more. How is that
Mhm.
going?
Very slow because that takes a lot of time and research.
Mm.
It's mostly having people that I can kind of bounce off what I'm doing and be like, okay, I think I'm doing this right, but am I? Like, I'm one of those. No, Afro. I just read his thing in the chat. Um, like I
Afro
need
said,
that
make me beat
confirmation.
Savvy.
I know, and I'm like, no, that confirmation. Like, no, yeah, that is music theory. You're doing it right. Or I don't want to find out in a reaction and someone like, she don't know what the fuck she's doing. Me being like, oh, thanks for like not messaging me back when I was asking, but reacted to it to say it was ass. Thank you. Love you for that.
Friendship.
Yeah.
Pain.
Pain.
Did he call me a bitch? No, he called me a loser. That's okay.
Oh, okay. Just hit him in the taint.
I will.
But no,
Run,
that
Afro,
so
run.
so for the production, you brought up a couple of things that obviously you have to like research and learn. You brought up music theory. What are some mechanisms and ways that you're trying to learn, been practicing? What do you like? Because, for example, I realize now that you brought that up, that's something that's not around in the community. Like, if you watch a lyric writing stream, you can learn how to write lyrics to some degree, right?
Mm.
Understanding rhyme schemes, thinking about just conceptualization, bullet pointing notes. But if you watch a production stream, right, like when DPS used to do it, or Schwabity stream when he's producing a beat,
Mm.
if you don't know what he's doing, you will have no idea. And they don't like sometimes they'll stop and go into like, oh, this is now a little bit of a guide. I know DPS was cognizant of that. Like he'll stop at a
Yeah.
point while mixing it, like, oh, like I'm doing this, da 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 da.
I mean,
So
like,
that's
this is
something you
why, this is what it does. Yeah.
yeah. So I guess I'm saying like, what are some of the ways that you're filling that gap? And is that something you wish more content creators in the community, like for example, if Tyler Clark started streaming, would you like to see him kind of do video breakdowns to kind of explain his ideas so that there are other producers to learn from rather than hoping for someone to respond to that DM?
I do wish people would do it. And I know like Tyler works crazy ass hours, but he's just such a helpful person.
Yeah.
Would be the one to do it. Like okay, at least he doesn't act like he's annoyed when I'm in his DMs like, "Yo, did I fuck up this mastering?"
Knowing
But
Tyler, he probably is just loving the conversation.
yeah,
Mhm.
he's like, "Oh, let me listen to it. Let me throw it on the monitors real quick." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't have those."
Yeah, with
Um
that. I had the
I don't have those. Um but Tyler, Shiro,
Shiro
Moxie.
B.
Moxie is who I go through a lot for my beats because he's up and coming and young and already hella talented. I'm like, dude, in like 5 years, I'm not gonna be able to afford your beats. I'm just being honest. Like you're gonna way past my league. Because he's just that good. His beats are so good. He sent me
That is
one
fair.
today and like I freaked the fuck out.
They got you know what they got? They got bump.
Mm?
They got bump.
I
And
say,
I
make
can't
me a
explain that word.
bouncy, dark beat. And he's like, bet. 1 hour later, here's your beat. I'm like, how did
You
you?
can murder and twerk to this.
So
Afro always wants free shit.
one thing
Little
that
little leech.
I love about you, Savvy, is that you're always putting on smaller artists, producers, etc. Um, what is that process like? How do you find these people even?
Well, with Vanquish, I feel bad because he DM'd me like in January to check out, and I have my DMs turned off on Twitter. And he DM'd me, and I remember checking his Dizzy 8 entry out and being like, I really like this. But by the time I saw it, the contest was over. And I was
Hmm.
like, I'm going to accept the request later on and talk to him. And I didn't. Next thing, he retweeted and one of mine. And I was like, oh, I'm going to follow him. And I was like, oh my God, I was totally ignoring this dude. And I checked him out and I'm like, yeah, now everyone's going to get spammed in the DMs again because so many people get overlooked because they don't have a sub count when they bring something fresh. And that's what a lot of people in Nerdcore need. And yeah, I'm like really plugging Vanquish right now.
I'll plug him away.
Yeah.
Dude's nice.
He
He's
is.
smooth with it.
Mm-hmm. Afro's like, oh, he's here. And I stalk a
Vanquish is
lot.
here or Afro's here?
Vanquish is in the chat.
Oh, there he is. Shout out
Oh
to you.
no! Shout out Vanquish. I actually have the exact same story with Savvy, where Vanquish DM'd me like in December, like
Mm-hmm.
December 16th when he dropped the video. Like, yo, I fuck with you. Can you check this out? And I never like outside of my actual DMs, like the like restricted ones I actually go check. I just never get notified to check them. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
scrolling and talking to Savvy, and she's telling me about this Vanquish guy. I'm like, yeah, da da da. Like, you sent me the link. He's nice, da da da. And I'm just looking at my DMs. And I'm like, oh, I fucked up. I'm like, oh, I fucked
But
up.
that's the thing is like so many smaller artists that have that potential just get overlooked. And
That is true.
I did it too. You did it. And it's fucking irritating. So if I find them, I'm like, yeah, be prepared to be spammed because every time he's dropping, I'm going to be in your DMs. I'm just warning you. That's what I
I
did with
welcome it.
Breton. Like I
Facts.
was like, Daddy Fat Snaps. Guess what? He dropped. Game Boy. Go check this out. Go look.
Thunderclap flash, migrant shooting fat.
I sent that to fucking everyone. I sent that to you.
You sent it to me 3 times. You sent it to me, and I'm like, Savvy, I know, I'm gonna listen to it. And you're like, now. And then you sent it again. I'm like,
Because you didn't do it yet. I'm like, you ain't that busy yet.
Damn.
I was that depressed. Fight me. What's up?
You
Shit.
wouldn't have been depressed if you listened to the song.
That's
You
true.
right.
Thunderclap
Exactly.
Flash does cure
Exactly.
depression.
Fucking facts.
Shout out mental illness. No, you are Savvy is 100% right though. I was token sleep. I should have cured myself long ago with
I sent it to Tev too.
That's the guy. Shout out Tev.
That's cool.
And he was like, who the fuck is this?
Who this guy?
Who is Breton boy?
Who is Britain boy? So
What?
speaking of new artists and putting people on, we're gonna go back in time to the
Uh-oh.
land of yore, to a song known as Bow Down,
That song.
origin of it all.
Mm-hmm.
You've touched upon the story a few times. I know you brought it up in your Q&A and you said that you wouldn't be answering it then. Of course, you don't have to answer it now, but
Mhm.
I would be remiss if I didn't say I wasn't at least curious at the story.
Okay. I don't think this would get your channel taken down. So
Okay.
Trigger warning. I guess I'll say it. Trigger warning.
Trigger warning.
You're one.
So I found Eddie first. Then I found Shiki Senpai. And then I found Josh. Josh and Shiki had hella subs. And I was like, yeah, no way I can get a hold of them. Absolutely no fucking way. Reached out to Eddie. I was writing that verse just bullshitting at work after I started listening to Shiki and Eddie, and I'm like, hey, this is a Naruto beat. Fuck it. I'm gonna write to it. So I did. Shit started getting really dark really quick in my life. Oh, hi Diggs. And so basically I put it on my bucket list that I was going to do a song with Eddie. And I had 2 things on my bucket list. It was take my son to his first Comic-Con, do a song with Eddie that I didn't even know Nerdcore was a thing. And then I was going to end it without saying the word.
Mm-hmm.
And after I did the song, actually, when I was at Comic-Con, it was finished. It was done being mixed, completely finished. Came back from Comic-Con, and on my way driving home, so when I got home, I saw the message, and Eddie sent me, like, his internet there is weird, so he just, like, puts that much into one message and is like, here you go. And it's a book and a half, and just like, you should really try this. You know, you can tell that you love music. You can tell it in your voice. A bunch of different things. And unbeknownst to him, ended up convincing me out of it. So yeah, Nerdcore saved my life.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that story. That is a rough story. But also thank you to Eddie Rath. And thank you to Nerdcore. Thank you to Bow Down. Because I got my sis Savvy. So I ain't even mad.
Yes, we're glad that you're still here. And everyone else, I'm sure in the chat, is glad you're still here. And yeah, much love to Nerdcore. Much love to Eddie Rath. Much love to you.
And much love to lewdcore out here with the
Hey.
revamp, with the reboot. She said, I'm new, bitches. What's poppin'? Twisted Savvy about to fuck up your livelihood. I'm out here stealing husbandos and waifus. And in fact, if we going back to your Q&A, you brought up something happening in June, talking about I'm gonna be a bi-weekly musician with original music on Spotify. But hold up, stop the truck. I said something about a manga sketch. Now talk to us. What's happening with that? Because that's some big J journalism we waiting to hear about.
So I am working on my own yandere manga.
Ooh.
And Kuro wants to act like he don't know nothing about it, but he is one of the 3 main characters.
Professor Kuro back with another anime character. Look, I gotta play dumb. I gotta play dumb during the interview.
It's for the people.
Totally wasn't a lead question. Not insider training.
Like,
FTC, don't come at me.
Let them know. Let them know I'm in it, Savvy. Let them know.
He wanted to leak it. We get it.
Hey, look,
he was waiting.
I do it for the culture. I just gotta, gotta let people know in advance. It wasn't about me, it's about we, comrades.
But once I get all of the main character references, I will start looking for manga artists, which actually isn't going to be as hard as I thought. Getting now that I'm in the VA world, like they're everywhere.
Connections. I see it.
And thus the web grows. That's amazing.
Yep. Yeah, it's weird how that all happened. It was like 2 weeks. I thought about doing 2 weeks before it happened. I was thinking about doing voice acting or like horror story voicing, kind of like Corpse used to do. And I was like, well, what if I did like my own manga or something? I was we'll see. Then Mark tagged me in JB's post and I got booked as 18 2 weeks after I had that thought.
That's awesome.
Crazy.
So it was like, yeah, you're doing this. Okay, thank you, your universe, for setting that in stone.
holding it down. The universe holding it down.
Right. Does the manga have a title yet?
No, it does not.
Okay.
Not yet. I still need the main characters. The main characters have names.
Okay.
I'm not leaking them.
He tried. We always try and get the leaks around here.
Look, I reached and she teached. All right. I tried. At least chat can say I did. I gave it my best effort. I gave for effort.
Always for the people.
Always for the people.
All right. So let's see. We got lewdcore music, original music, production, voice acting, a manga. We got merch too. What's up with the merch?
The merch is in the process of being made. I wasn't exactly happy with the way that my SYC merch came out. And that will be getting redone and relaunched at a later date.
Ooh. All right.
But that's a lot of people are like, what's SYC? And I'm like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have made this merch yet. And I don't care. It happened. But yeah, there'll be merch with my new logo, possible merch with what you guys used for the thumbnail.
Oh.
Yep.
You're that's my Yandere Save Kakegurui impression.
Shout out Rustage for the raid. What's poppin', people?
Oh, well, much appreciated. How was the Monster Trio podcast? We got Twisted Savvy in our podcast. Fuck out of here. Shit. Plus we got Drip, which I got pineapple juice.
Girl, we're not supposed to bully the people helping us. Not yet. Wait, at least wait a little bit. They just got here.
Wait a little bit.
Let him sub. For those listening to this, we are live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Nerdcore Central, and Russ just sent us a wonderful raid, and that's why we got to full delinquent mode. But yeah, actually perfect timing. So you guys hopped in. Savvy's doing a branding relaunch, so you're gonna spend all of your money on her merch, or she'll find you. That raid definitely threw off my train of thought. I knew I had something left.
I saw it in the chat and went, oh.
I had the doc open, so the minute Frost said, I said, no way.
I should just let it pass by.
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Perfect segue. Boom. Are you going to come back to Twitch, and will you ever finish Persona 5 Royale? And will
I
you
gotta
ever eat
start
another hot?
Royale.
Are you gonna have another hot packet?
I'm gonna set a donation stream for the whole Hot Pocket thing. A donation stream, a donation goal. That thing, with the little bar.
Right. Wait, we should
Guys,
explain the
stream-
hot pocket thing for people
Oh.
not in the know.
Hey, thread it, baby. Thread the needle.
Oh, so I have to say the Hot Pocket thing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So in this group, there's a joke about Hot Pockets being microwavable fleshlights.
Continue.
And I was intoxicated and didn't even think about it. And I was like, Jeff, my husband, I'm like, can you make me a Hot Pocket? Fucking chat went insane. Kevin especially. And I was like, I don't care. And then I was like modeling the Hot Pocket on stream and eating it. So now everyone wants me to do like a Hot Pocket mukbang. And I was like, you guys are going to have to pay for like a gastric bypass surgery if you're doing this. Cause no, my metabolism ain't fucking with that. It don't work that way. It don't work that way.
I was there for it. I've heard the story, but I will never not laugh my ass off at that. That is honestly, shouts out Kevin. That is GOAT tier. That is GOAT tier.
Yeah.
You actually almost were in Big Simpin', by the way. When Diggs has the line, I glare when she's online. K2 was gonna try and like do this like Discord like flipping online with like the yandere savvy eerie eyed looking across with a hot pocket in, but there was a whole thing that we
Oh
just
my
kept going
God.
back and forth on, and it didn't end up working out. Obviously, as you see in the final video, it wasn't there, but you are always on Kevin's mind. He will try his the Hinata clip. He is a hard simp, and I love and respect him for that.
We do.
Also, that man did it in GOAT. That man goated. That man top tier. It's my guy right there.
Yeah, Kevin is top tier. Top tier.
All I see, why is it the first time I look at chat since like the start of the stream? All I see is Diggs. He need Jesus. It could be me, it could be Fraud, it could be Son. Like
everyone.
We all need a
podcast
little bit
needs
Jesus
it.
in our lives.
A little bit.
All right, I need to ask. Oh, that's a monster. It was just the back that looked weird as shit. I was like, "What are you drinking a Halo sponsored drink?" And then I realized it was a Monster can. I love those cans just because the first time you open it, it just sounded that little.
I pop it and go like a freaking crackhead.
You are just like my old best friend from high school. My best friend in high school, James, used to legit like the minute he'd open it, can't let it go to waste. I'm like, let what go to waste? Air, my guy? There's a lot of
vapors. Them vapors.
The vapors. You crazy.
All right.
You are a champ when it comes to answering questions, by the way.
Yeah, we're kind of throwing them at you right now. But now I got some lighter just discussion topics now,
Let's go. You've actually you bodied through the war. You got through the questions actually. So that's what I'm saying. I was looking at it, I was like, hey, she got through these kind of quick. Savvy knows her answers.
I just talk. I don't think. I'm just like brr.
What's the thought?
I know.
Diarrhea.
Just going.
Yep.
Yeah, so Devil's a Part-Timer season 2 announced. I know a lot of people are super excited about that because it's when did it was like 2012 or something that season 1 or earlier. So it's been like a long time since that show came out and actually got a season 2. So people are like really surprised. I wanted to ask you guys what anime you would love to get another season.
Devil's Line.
Oh.
I'm pissed that they don't have a season 2. It was canceled. It was supposed to come out this year, and they said that more than likely it's not going to get a season 2. It makes me sad.
That is pain. That is pain. I would have to say No Game No Life. That one bothers me.
Yeah.
I know it's like semi confirmed that it may possibly happen later this year, but that the whole I actually have not seen Devil as a Part-Timer because of No Game No Life. Because I watched No Game No Life, I think like right after the 13th episode aired, like the newest episode. And then I asked my friend, I was like, "When season 2 coming out?" He's like, "We don't know." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." And he's like, "Oh, by the way, you'll love Devil's a Part-Timer." I'm like, "No. If season 2 is supposed to happen, it's not confirmed. I'm not committing."
Mm-hmm.
And then the minute they announced season 2, he flooded my DMs. He's like, "Watch it now." And it's like he just resent that 20 times in my DMs. So I'm like, okay, I now have a reason to watch Devil's a Part-Timer.
Mm-hmm.
Bro,
Awesome.
what is your
I
season
don't
2?
know. I don't know if I have one. I feel like everything that I can think of, it's like it like just got the season 2s that I wanted. Like My Life as a Villainess was like, oh man, this was so good, and then it got announced recently. I'm like, oh, what about Demon King Academy? Just got a season 2. So I was like, I'm chilling. I'm loving the
You're like
stuff that
Attack on
I'm
Titan
getting.
final season here. I'm good. I'm good.
That's why I don't get they won't do a Devil's Line 2. They only have enough material, and then the manga ends to do one more. Just finish it. Like, finish what you started. Stop being a bitch. Sorry, that really upset me. I love that.
I feel you. I feel you.
Look, I'm just saying, whoever's the mangaka light novel writer, he better be, or she, or they better be terrified. Because
Oh yeah, because I'm
You coming?
Charizard Kevin about to burn down they shit.
I will sick Kevin on you, motherfucker.
So speaking of season 2s, let's talk about some finality. In roughly a month's time, Attack on Titan as we know it in the manga ends. Terminado. How are we feeling?
I'm not happy about it.
I'm shook.
Because it's not going to end nice. It's not going to end with rainbows and fucking butterflies, you know? Like, shit's going to happen, and I'm not handling it well. Like, I'll probably have to go offline. It would be like the end of Assassination Classroom all over again.
No.
Just emotionally distraught.
Like, I ugly cried. I screamed, and like my brother had to come check on me and was like, "What the fuck is going on?" It's gonna be like that.
Pain.
I didn't get out of bed for like 2 days.
Oh, I sobbed. I graduated, like literally in real life, had my undergrad graduation. It was during COVID, so it was a wonderful stream, wonderful live stream. Pre-recorded bullshit. So I watched my graduation, and my parents were like, "Hey, high five!" Like this felt so hollow. And then I went, and I'm like, "Let me just finish Assassination Classroom," and I closed my door and just cried because I'm like, "Why is this hitting me harder than my own graduation? I'm part of this class now."
Oh man, my children, Nagisa, and Karma, and all of them.
Karma,
I love them so much.
Karma so much.
I would kill to be their professor. Like I know it's just like a nomenclature thing, but I would like that is a wonderful class of people.
I would just want to be friends with Karma. I'm not lying. Like I love Karma so much.
I want to be homies with everybody.
Me too.
I just want to be friends with
Karma kind of scary, but you know I feel it.
Exactly. That's why.
Yeah, Karma's great. Nagisa just has it rough.
Yeah.
No, his mom's a fucking psycho.
Yeah.
I thought I was bad.
She's a little
bit
crazy there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm 100% not ready for Attack on Titan to end.
No.
Because I hadn't even been watching the most recent season. I finished season 3, and then like the new season started. I was like, oh, when it finishes, I'll just binge it in one go, or I'll wait for the final episode. And then I was just walking down the street, walked into a Zoomies, and then had a 2-hour conversation with a sales rep about just anime. And he's like, yo, are you reading Attack on Titan? I'm like, nah. He's like, dogs, you're stupid. I'm like, I just met you and you call me stupid. I like you. Why? And then
like,
he literally
why?
said one word. He said one word. And I'm like, all right, cool. I need to change my tune. And then I did nothing. And then DPS said, I'm doing an Aaron Yeager track. I'm like, fuck. Now I actually have to do this for work. This is bullshit. And then I started binging and I was like, oh my God. I have been token sleep.
I brought this up like almost every episode of this podcast that Attack on Titan is fire and it's going crazy this season. And you just be like, oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, whatever, bro.
You think I listen to you from?
I know, I
It
swear.
comes from DPS. It's a law, and he's like, "All right, I'll watch it tomorrow."
Mhm.
Listen.
You know
Once
that's
you-
fucking facts.
No, it's 100%. If certain creators that I react to consistently are like, "Oh, I'm doing X track," and I'm like, "Fuck, the algorithm gonna go dummy on this one."
Mhm.
Gotta bite the bullet then.
Well, the Aaron Yeager rap came out, and then my Levi rap comes out next week.
See,
So
Good timing.
backup reason why I did it. I had to binge for DPS and for you. It just so happened that Aaron track came out before your Levi.
you
Just-
don't have to know
Shh,
anything.
Hey, I'm capping. Let me cap.
If anything, you need to go like binge Pornhub or something.
Honestly, that was like the past 12 hours before this podcast, so I think I'm good.
Well,
I'm good for like I'm good for like a week, man. It's been a long day. All right,
where are we
shit ain't
taking?
going right.
We're really taking the culture somewhere with this podcast episode. You know,
We got the
it's a
lewdcore
good
queen.
It's a different place. I'll say it's a good place.
Exactly. Look, your shirt says "This is America," and honestly, this podcast is befitting of that. Just anarchy and some wild shit being said, but we all love it.
Yeah, stuff's going on in the background. It's going crazy.
Hey, also, excuse me, Miss Twisted Savvy coming at me. I'm binging shit for you too. Fuck out of here. Out here, try to act like I play favorites. I play equality and equity.
You're
Okay.
binging for a different reason.
Yeah, I'm still binging for a reason. I got reasons. No treason.
No trees.
I had like 3 people binge what you're watching right now for that exact reason.
I'm excited for it. It looks fun.
I
Yeah,
am
that's
too.
right. We're talking about secrets right in front of you, Frost. What's poppin'?
Crazy.
Y'all want to figure out what we're talking about? You better tune into the next episode of NCC.
Yeah.
We got a whole anthology going on. Y'all don't know.
You have no idea what's going
See,
on.
they're not gonna realize it till like episode 23 when they watch them all. They're gonna be like, "Yo, it's like
You connected the
Fargo.
dots?
It's
It's
an
like-
anthology." Yep. Pincer attack on reality, baby. Tenant style.
Okay.
And
What were you about
my
to say?
man, you about to skip King Kong and Godzilla? You about to skip Kaiju?
Go for it, bro. Tell him.
I just really wanted to bring up the fact that King Kong versus Godzilla is dropping soon, as well as a Snyder cut, and I can't fucking wait. You tell me I get Justice League and a giant lizard and a monkey throw in the midst? I can't be happier.
Who you got?
Great time to be a nerd.
Who you got taking it? Who's taking the win, Kuro? I want to
Honestly, yo, I look, I'm a little torn. All right, me and Godzilla got beef. Okay, spoilers if you haven't seen the second Godzilla movie. All right, but we got beef in these streets. All right, because my man Godzilla, spoiler alert, bitch made and let Mothra die.
Yo, that
Fam.
was fucked up.
Fam, yo, shorty, yo, ride or die queen, you let take the casket, bro? Foul for that. But now I don't have the same love for Godzilla that I do. I'm sorry, I don't have the same love for King Kong that I got for Godzilla. So I gotta go with my man Godzilla, even though we got blood in the streets. So I got taken it. I got him in 11 rounds, though. It's not gonna go to decision, but it's not gonna go 12 rounds. Then Godzilla, 11 rounds, TKO.
Okay.
Mm,
If you say so.
Oh, Savvy, hold on. Savvy, you on the King Kong side? Because we can throw in some bets. I just got paid today. I'm looking to fuck up my life. What's up? $10.
$10. Hold on. Do
Ten-
I have? Let me check my PayPal real quick, okay? Life of a Starving Artist.
I mean, for me, I don't know much about either of them, to be honest. I've watched very little. However, we're just thinking logically, right? We got a giant monkey and an even gianter lizard thing that's nuclear and has lasers. So I gotta pick that. Like, to me, it just doesn't. It don't match up. It don't match up.
But
Like,
if you think about it, it doesn't match up. So why is this even happening? Like, it should be a no-brainer thing. Like, did King Kong magically get some random shit that we don't fucking know about?
Yeah, fucking
Like,
mitts.
I
That
mean,
actually
make her
Vegeta and Great Ape
make-
form, and we don't know.
in the trailer, it looked like he had Stormbreaker from Marvel. Like, it looked like he had weapons. Like, so I don't know what's going on.
My man King Kong used to two-piece planes out the sky. He got mitts. That man Floyd with it. But I think it's gonna be a great fight. I think it's gonna be a close one. And I'm just excited for it. I love trash action movies. I'm a huge fan of the Pacific Rim series. Love all the kaiju films. So I just Frost crossed it off, and I'm like, nah, we fucking talking about it.
You had to sneak it in there.
100%.
They're trying to move the podcast along. But hey, do what
You're right.
do.
Go ahead.
Okay. Last random topic. Just
Random
because
hot
I
pocket?
saw this a bunch on Twitter. I saw Cowdo talk about it, Diggs talk about it, Tywell talk about it. Just about nerds and courting or relationships, and just I guess the proper ways to navigate that. So, Tybee, you're a nerd in a relationship. I'm a nerd in a relationship. Kuro is a Kuro.
So that either means I'm unknown or he's trying to avoid saying it. Honestly, I'm gonna take that as you
I just had to do you dirty one time. I had to do it.
It's revenge for King Kong. I get it. We good.
I was definitely saving that.
Oh my god.
Uh,
So, like, what? How do
that
nerds
wasn't the
go
question,
about?
is it? Yeah, I guess.
that was a statement.
That was a statement. I just this
Yeah,
is not a
Kuro
question.
is
This
Kuro.
this is
That's
the
the
diss Kuro. It was just a diss Kuro. It wasn't actually a question. Yeah, I guess what are the proper ways that I guess let's give stream advice, because there's a lot of people in stream that are probably, in Kuro's situation. That
Damn.
His face is turning red because he's trying not to cry. He's crying on the inside.
oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, this is fucking
Got
funny
him.
as shit. I'm single as fuck, and this shit's hilarious. Queen Savvy, what is your advice to the nerds of the world who believe that courting as a nerd is impossible and creepy motherfuckers? What is your advice to the masses in terms of the matters and affairs of the heart and the bedroom, if you may?
What's that
I
voice?
fucking can't with you right now.
I was trying to talk and clear my voice, so just go with it.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go with it. Well, like, my husband was not very much a nerd.
Jeff,
And now watches anime. Yes, Jeff. But there was other aspects of me that he was able to click with. So, like, you might be a nerd, but that's not the only thing about you. Like, you enjoy drawing, or you enjoy music, you enjoy this, like, you skateboard, you whatever. For Kevin,
you're a fan of Egyptology.
Sonic. Yes. Sorry, I reminisced for a second. Oh, what could have been? There's things like, oh, I enjoy horror movies as well. And you can try to bring them to the nerd side without being overbearing, because people are either going to fuck with it or they're not. But if that's a deal breaker for you, that, like, okay, they don't watch anime, they don't read manga, they don't play video games, they're not, and that's a deal breaker, you need to set that as a boundary. Like, no, I have to have somebody that has at least this in common. Otherwise, you're going to try to change the person, or they're going to try to change you. You need to make sure that there's balance.
Yeah.
I'm saying that, and my husband is out to eat right now wearing a fucking Levi hoodie.
What is your favorite anime to watch with Jeff?
To watch with Jeff, we do really like watching Attack on Titan together.
Okay. And put the Levi hoodie in your Shingeki no Kyojin shirt.
Mm. And we're like, woo! Like it's a fucking Super Bowl, but it really is just a fucking anime episode.
I can totally imagine fucking you and him on the couch, just like Erwin's giving a speech. You're like,
He said, "Please
Oh,
rise for the
we
national
all do
anthem."
that.
The
We all do that. My
Sage,
son just does it to me to like
Sage.
check me. My son will just go bomb and go like that. And I'm like, shit. I'm like holding a fucking knife, cutting stuff for breakfast or whatever. I'm like, okay, let me put that down. Otherwise, not gonna be pretty.
I'm not okay here. Because I just imagine like a comedy skit where he just keeps pulling up on you in more inopportune moments. And
Mhm.
I just imagine you holding a small animal on the couch and just like dropping it on your lap to quickly do it. The animal wasn't harmed. It fell onto your lap, then
Okay,
onto the couch,
safe.
but it was just funny in my head.
Mhm.
Just that idea.
He does. He checks me like, you still a scout, mom? Motherfucker. Like, type shit like, prove it. Fucking
So-
gatekeeping ass.
Also, side note, fuck gatekeepers. I don't fuck with
Mhm.
gates.
Mm.
Yeah, that's related to the courting
I
and
made a
whatnot.
post. Yeah,
Yeah.
about that. I
Don't
made a post about that.
Do that shit. If you
When I
have a
was-
girl that's like into nerd shit or whatever, don't give her 1,000 questions about like, oh, if you really like Dragon Ball Z, what is the so and so, like,
Mhm.
stop. Don't do that shit. It's corny. You look stupid.
Yeah.
You're being uninvited, and I hate you personally.
That shit happened so much when I was like, yeah, it would really be nice to have, a significant other that also liked anime. I'm starting to really get into it. They're like, well, have you seen all of One Piece? I'm like, a lot of fucking people haven't. I was dead by the time I got through it. No, I haven't watched fucking One Piece. It's not,
Yeah.
it didn't catch my attention in the first 10 episodes. I'm not, just so I can talk about it with people, it didn't seem like something that interests me. So I'm not going to force myself. Like, what, bitch? What the fuck do you think?
Fair.
Yeah.
But like, so you've only seen like Dragon Ball and Naruto. Then you're not a real fan. You're a clout chaser. How if I haven't watched One Piece?
Let it simmer in. Let
Yeah.
it settle in their
Just-
mind.
I hate people.
I
Despise
swear.
them.
I swear
I
I
do
can't
too.
stand people.
Man.
So your advice to the masses is don't be a gatekeeping piece of shit.
A.
If it's a deal breaker, make that apparent and known from the
Mhm.
jump. And just be open.
Yep.
Mm.
Frost.
I'll tack on to that. Don't be a fucking weirdo. Like, just relax, man. Like, like everyone's a little weird, but there's levels, right? There's places you just don't go
Like,
until you know someone.
Stupid.
Yeah, that might not get you
fudge.
in where you want to be.
Hey.
Hello.
Like,
We're gonna be running the mitts.
see,
Y'all gonna be
that's
running
fine. But
Z
that's why
dashes.
Kuro's
I want to
single.
see them down B's. You know what I'm saying? I want to see some of that. Look, I'm just gonna say, whoever uses Bayonetta or Greninja, I'm already gonna root for you. I'm just saying. I show favoritism when it comes to who you pick. I see anyone picking Greninja or Bayonetta, I'll straight up cheat as an MC. I'll be like, foul. The other opponent did not use Bayonetta or Greninja. They are out. We could do some Olafies.
Olaf.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's do Big Bro Olaf. Let's do Olaf. Nah, we haven't yet. Or it's been a very long time. It's been 20 days actually since we last rated Olaf. 20 days exact. That's my guy. Hashtag big fish comers. Type up fish comers. That's
Mhm.
it. Hashtag hit him with that big simping energy. Love ya.
Facts. Yeah, just give him the real advice after the jokes. Alright. I think that is all we have for this episode. Savvy, is there anything else you want to let the people know before we go? Y'all heard him. It is the best way to be. All right, y'all heard her. Go run that up. Subscribe to Twisted Savvy. Follow Twisted Savvy. All of that. Follow Nerdcore Central. Subscribe to Nerdcore Central. All of that too.